China has been an absolute juggernaut in geopolitics. If its coast guard isn't water cannoning, if there is such a word, Philippine vessels attempting to deliver supplies to the BRP Sierra Madre that's grounded on a Union shoal early last month, its central government is busy releasing new maps that literally redefine the world as we know it, like their so-called 10-line map, an upgrade or a 2.0 version of their 9-line map. But it appears it's no longer the juggernaut in basketball. Last Saturday's FIBA game was our last chance to make that mark after a dismal 0-4 record and to make that mark at China's expense. Gilas pulled through with an amazing 96-75 victory, cheered along from courtside by 6 senators, at least 5 of them wearing specially made West Philippine Sea t-shirts. In an Instagram post, Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva thanked Gilas for what he said was a commanding, overwhelming, and crystal clear victory against China. Good evening, I'm Pia Hontiveros. Welcome to your weekly political appointment fix politics as usual. To talk about that game, those t-shirts, and the West Philippine Sea, we're joined by Senator Bato de la Rosa via Zoom. Good evening, Senator Bato. Thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for wearing that t-shirt again.
Thank you, Pia. Good evening. At good evening sa ating mga nanonood.
Sir, sino ba nagpagawa ng t-shirt? At para talaga sa game, no? Against China, is that right?
Yes, si Senator Joel Villanueva, our majority leader, nagpagawa nitong t-shirt na ito and binigay sa amin para suotin.
Okay. And talaga namang nanonood talaga kayo ng mga games, hindi lang itong China.
Palagi, kapag lalo-lalo na pag Gilas Pilipinas ang may game, andyan kami to cheer them.
Okay. When you went to the game against China, tapos suot niyo yung mga t-shirts na yon, what kind of a message were you trying to send? A message to China and to their basketball team? What were you trying to do there?
Well, the t-shirt was intended not for China, no, but intended for our own Gilas Pilipinas team para to motivate them. Kasi nga we've been 0-4. So that was the last game and a very important one. Very symbolic game yon, and the win was very symbolic victory for Filipinos. Yun nga, nagsuot kami ng t-shirt to motivate our players to give it all. Yung the remaining strength nila, the remaining talents nila, ibigay na nila dahil last game na ito at against China. Mabuti naman, nagbunga ng victory. Pasalamat tayo.
That's a very diplomatic way of saying it, Senator Bato. Yung sabi nyo, that was meant for Gilas, not against China. Pero, syempre, nakikita ng mga players yan eh. So, talagang para makita ng China, right?
Well, if nakita na, napansin nila, well and good. But the main purpose of that wearing the t-shirt was to motivate our players alam mo, to awaken their patriotic fervor. Makita nila, andito, yung ating mga kababayan doon sa West Philippine Sea, binubumba nila ng tubig. Dito ngayon sa court, bubumbahin natin sila ng puntos. Kaya tingnan mo, binumba ng puntos, napakalaki ng lamang natin.
Sobrang laki, 21 points. Tuloy sabi nga ni Senator Amy, 21 dash line na lang daw dapat. Buti na lang, sir, panalo, ano? I mean, going into that game, were you confident that Gilas would win? Ano ba yung, and here, ngayon, basketball na talaga pag-usapan. confident kayo na mananalo ang Gilas, or it didn't matter to you whether or not they won or lost?
We were there to support our team win or lose because I know yung yung kanilang pinapakitang laro ay enough for us to say that uh, we 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 win the game. We won the game. Dahil nga nakita naman natin yung pagsusumikap nila. So regardless, manalo matalo, andyan tayo para sa ating mga kababayan to support them and to encourage them, to motivate them.
Win or lose. It sounds like win or
Win
lose
or
is
lose.
the school we choose. Parang Ateneo lang. Anyway, sir, some people kasi would say na, is this a form of politicizing sports, politicizing the game, politicizing basketball? What do you think of that?
No, depende yan sa inyo kung anong dating ninyo sa anong dating sa inyo itong t-shirt namin. Basta sa amin dito, ang purpose namin ay talagang to encourage our players to give their all, to give their best para ma-secure natin yung victory. Politicize or hindi, anyway, it doesn't matter. Wala namang tayong binabayulit na batas. Wala man tayong binabayulit na international agreement or whatever. This is a self-expression. It is my constitutional right to express myself.
And of course, constitutional right of the other senators who were with you. We mentioned Joel Villanueva, Senate President Mig Zubiri also there wearing that West Philippine Sea t-shirt, Senator Bongo, Senator Pia Hontiveros, Senator Sunny Angara. May ibang pictures lang kasi na naka-jacket so hindi nakikita, pero pati si Pia naka West Philippine Sea t-shirt. Anyway, we're going to go for a very quick break. Senator Bato de la Rosa will be right back here on on Politics as Usual. Welcome back. This is Politics as Usual. Still with us, Senator Bato de la Rosa. He and 5 other senators wearing as you can see, a West Philippine Sea t-shirt to last Saturday's basketball. Was it Saturday or Sunday? Sunday, sorry. Last Saturday's Sunday basketball game on FIBA. Against China. Gilas Pilipinas versus China. Of course, Gilas won that game by 21 points. Senator Bato de la Rosa, sir, may mga nagsasabi nga, if we can't beat them in the West Philippine Sea or via water cannon or in diplomacy, at least natalo natin sila sa basketball and that we still made a statement with that. What do you think of that?
Yeah, tama yun. I agree with that. At least dito sa home court natin, dito sa ating teritoryo, tinalo natin sila. And sabi ko nga that game was dedicated to our men and women who risked their lives in the West Philippine Sea, lalong-lalo na yung mga fishermen natin. Dedicated para sa kanila yung laro na yun.
What other ways, sir, ang pwedeng or other avenues na pwedeng gamitin to defend the West Philippine Sea? Bukod sa mga diplomatic protest, mga note verbal, which apparently seem too numerous, no, to matter in a sense. What else can we do?
Ayun nga, yung pakikipag-link up natin with our neighbors na meron ding claim sa West Philippine Sea, no? Makipagtulungan tayo sa kanila to make our voices heard by China. Mas maraming nagreklamo, mas maraming nangungulit sa kanila, baka mas magre-react sila, papansinin nila. Kung tayo lang, nakailang note verbal na tayo, nakailang protest na tayo, diplomatic protest na ginawa sa kanila, thousands already siguro. Hundreds or thousands na protest, wala mang nangyari. So siguro, makipagtulungan tayo sa ating mga kapitbahay, mga neighbors natin.
Bukod
sa ibang country, ibang bansa, kahit na malayo sa dito sa ating sa Southeast Asia, like Australia, America, yung ibang mga bansa na pwedeng tumulong sa atin para mapakinggan tayo.
Bukod sir sa Senator Bato sa making our presence felt, making our voices heard, how else can we make our presence felt? I mean, we have Pag-asa Island, we have a few other outposts there na kung saan makikita yung mga Philippine troops or Philippine flags for example. Pero parang masyadong konti eh. Para bang syempre, we are overpowered by China that has all the resources at its command. What can we do? What can the Senate do?
Well, yun nga, susuportahan natin yung anong pangangailangan ng ating mga mga tropa na nandoon sa West Philippine Sea. Ano yung kailangan nila? Through, kahit na kukunti lang yung budget natin, but it is a matter of prioritization. Kung ipa-priority natin itong mga pangangailangan nila, then maybe that would help. That would help the situation. Lalong-lalo na yung ating barko doon na nangangailangan na ma-concretize yung kanyang presence doon sa area kasi talagang masisira na yun, di ba? So kung kinakailangan ng pundo yan na para maayos, para masimento or paano ba yan, hindi na maggalaw dyan, dapat suportahan natin yan, priority natin yung budget niyan.
But when you say to prioritize the budget, ngayon nagkakaroon na ng budget hearing, so medyo a little bit too late for 2024 unless na naka-build in na sa budget yung suporta, yung sinasabi po ninyong suporta para sa BRP Sierra Madre and other ways by which we can assert Philippine presence.
If it is not included in their NEP, no, yung National Expenditure Program nila, kung hindi yan included, then maybe sa BICAM pwede naming idagdag yan doon, i-insert namin para mabigyan ng pundo. So we have the power of the purse, pwede naming ilipat-lipat yung mga budget na iba. So pwedeng mabigyan yan. Priority natin.
Senator Bato, maraming usap-usapan with other countries, allied countries, about joint maritime patrols, for example, with the United States, with Japan, Australia, etc. Would you do you see that as a something that can be used to assert Philippine sovereignty? And if you were to advise, I mean, of course, alam ko naman po, no, Philippine National Police po kayo, no, hindi Navy, no, but where would you want those joint patrols to happen? Where exactly in the West Philippine Sea?
Doon mismo, kung saan tayo threatened, no? Kung saan tayo binabarricade nila, kung saan nila tayo sinaswarm, dapat doon yung presensya natin. Dapat ma-feel doon ng China na yung joint patrols natin ay nandoon sa area na yon. So, para maramdaman nila na hindi tayo nag-iisa. May mga kasama tayo pala ng ibang bansa na nagpapatrolya dyan sa area na yan. At kung sakali mang gagalawin nila yung nagpapatrolya, din malaking issue yan. Napakalaking issue yan dahil that would trigger an international uproar.
Senator Bato de la Rosa, we need to take just one last final gap or break before we end the show. This is Politics as Usual. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Politics as Usual. We're speaking to Senator Bato de la Rosa about that last game, last Sunday, for FIBA, the FIBA World Championships, Gilas Pilipinas versus China, 21-point victory over China. One of the rare victories, Senator Bato, no, that, over China. Would you agree?
Yes, very rare and very symbolic. At least man lang nanalo tayo at China pa. Napakaganda panalo 'yon. It erased all our kalungkutan dun sa the previous 4 games, the previous 4 defeats natin. Yung 1 defeat na yan, okay na ako. Kahit na natalo tayo dun sa 4, at least nanalo tayo isa. China pa.
Okay.
Napakasaya po. Napakasaya ng Pilipinas.
Oh. Of course, we're not going to attempt to do a sports desk interview on the game. That's Andre Felix's Saturday ang game. Okay. Yung sports desk kasi kay Andre Felix yun. So we're not going to do a sports interview tonight. But anyway, Senator Bato de la Rosa, final words na lang po from you.
Well, Pia, uulitin ko lang yung aming pagsuot ng t-shirt na ito, no? Wala po kaming ibang intensyon doon, kundi talagang i-motivate lang yung ating mga team na maglaro ng gusto. At gusto rin na ipakita yung aming pakikiisa sa bawat Pilipino, yung pagnanais natin na sana yung ating sovereignty at sa ating sovereign rights ay hindi ito aapakan ng mga dayuhan. Kaya nga sinasabi namin, kami sa Senado, hindi kami maka-Amerikano, hindi kami maka-Chino, pero kami maka-Pilipino. Kung ano yung national interest ng Pilipinas, andun kami. Yun lang po, Pia. Wala pong ibang intention doon. Yun lang. Sana good vibes lang, good vibes lang. Nanalo naman tayo eh. Huwag na sana tayo nilang ibas. Huwag na tayong ibas. Nanalo naman tayo. Kawawa naman eh.
Okay.
Pagtalo, bus ng bus. Ngayon nanalo, ibabas pa rin tayo.
Okay.
Masaya tayo for the Philippine flag, for the country.
Para sa bayan.
Hindi naman iba yung bayan ng mga baser. Hindi naman yung iba yung bayan namin. Isa lang yung ating bayang Pilipinas. So dapat magkaisa sana tayo. Pero kung ayaw yung magkaisa, din wala tayong magagawa dyan. Basta kami, mahal natin ang ating bansa. Mahal namin ang ating bansa.
Alright. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, Senator Bato de la Rosa. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Maraming salamat, Pia. Maraming salamat at good evening po.
Thank you, sir, and good evening to you. That sweet 21-point victory over China brought out the quintessential Pinoy humor from a former senator and an incumbent senator. Amy Marcos quipping, perhaps Manila should release a 21-9 map, and former Senator Kiko Pangilinan on X, formerly Twitter, with a post or replying to a post by @HistoricVids. The question was, without Googling, name something China invented. Kiko Pangilinan's deadpan reply, 10-line. We've been told before, don't talk politics at the dinner table or the family reunion or in Viber groups and risk warfare, digital or otherwise. But we can talk about it here at this table on this show. Your weekly political appointment fix, politics as usual. I'm Pia Hontiveros. See you back here next Wednesday, 8 p.m.